Hello and welcome to my channel Inspiring Life Changes. Welcome back to anybody who has subscribed to my channel and has seen my other videos, and for anybody who's just joining me here today, thank you very much, and I hope that you enjoy this reading, which is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus and Rising Aries. It's a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody, I will say that right now. If it doesn't resonate with you, you might want to check out your other signs, your Moon, Venus and Rising, and I will be putting a link in the description box down below for a free natal astrology chart so you can go and look them up. Also, mind has just gone completely blank there. Maybe I should just get on with the reading and see what comes up afterwards. So this reading, to tell the honest truth, has blown me away, Aries. It has literally kind of, I look at it and I just go, wow. Wow, this is big. This is big. Just let me say that to start with. And so the first card, I'm going to try and do this as succinctly as I can. The first card that we have here for you, Aries, is the Eight of Cups, and it's in reverse. So this is saying that somebody has had to walk away from a situation, but they haven't wanted to. This has been reluctant. This has been a situation that somebody has really tried and tried their hardest not to have to go to the depths of their emotional being, because this is what it kind of represents here with Psyche. These cards, those cups all stacked up in the back here, represent the emotional situations that have occurred during this relationship. And believe you me, this reading is about a relationship. There is no doubt about that in my mind whatsoever. So Aries cross watchers, or Aries yourself. This could be you and a partner that you are no longer with, but somebody who you still have very, very strong attachment to, both mentally and emotionally. So these cups have all been stacked up, and Psyche is now having to walk down away from these, and she's walking down into the depths of the realm of the underworld here, because that's kind of what we do when a relationship finishes that has a lot of meaning to us, a relationship that we've put a lot of time and effort and energy into, a relationship that we really have built something on, and we really did think that it was going somewhere, it was long lasting. We had hopes for this relationship. We saw a future in this relationship. We go down into the very, very depths of our deepest, darkest emotions. And this is what's happened here. I'm sorry to say, Aries cross watchers, somebody has had to kind of go really into the depths of their emotions. But in saying that, I kind of get the feeling that this is both partners. And there is a reason for that as well. And I will explain as I go through the reading why I feel that way. So, the card that came out with this card is your card, Aries. Fire, King of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius and Leo energy within zodiac signs. That's who it represents, but it doesn't have to be any one of those, but that is the fire energy. It could just be somebody who's got a lot of fire. You may have a lot of fire within your own sign as well, other than just being an Aries. But to me, this is kind of saying that this is what has happened. After this situation here, I don't think this is about somebody, although it could be about somebody, the person that has kind of led you down these steps, if you like, or made you go down into the depths of your emotions. I feel that this is what you found. You found this. You found a new strength within yourself. You found a new passion, a new you. You've had a strength. I just get this feeling of a strength, of you kind of rising above, coming back up, stronger, more determined. Because that's what Psyche does. So those are the energies at the heart of the reading. Although there are other energies. Okay, I will read these now. I'm being told to read these now, so I'll read these now. The Tower, upside down, kind of came out with this card and this card here as well. And it also came out over the top of this card here, the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups to me is kind of that moment of dissatisfaction, of something suddenly not feeling as good as it has done, that the voices in your head start whispering to you. The cups are still standing here, so there is kind of this, there's this stability, there's this foundation, this has been built on something that has been worthwhile. But these two in this card and in the story, these are Psyche's sisters, and they're kind of whispering things to her about her relationship. And they do represent a kind of inner voices, if you like, of dissatisfaction, of not feeling as though all your needs were being met on an emotional level. And this card kind of connects, or these two cards here. Let me just put this down. This card and this card, which is where this kind of has led to, if you like. Oh, sorry. Has led to, this dissatisfaction has led to this because of this, which is the connecting energy between these two cards, along with this card. And if you remember, this card came out with this card. So there's a lot of energy here. There is, I feel, this is kind of like a power couple. This is a lot of passion. A lot of passion within this relationship. A lot of passion. A lot of, still a lot of passion. It's still there. It's still there. You've got both of these two come out together. There's a real strong sexual attraction, as well as kind of a passionate drive between the two. It's like they don't see anybody else. It's literally how it is. They don't see anybody else. They don't want to be with anybody else. Even though this has occurred. And this has occurred because of the, of this, wrong way around. The Tower moment. Upside down, bolt out of the blue. This character flying out of this tower, almost like he was being ejected, rejected. Like something no longer made sense in this relationship. Something just no longer made sense. And this kind of, I mean, the tower up this way is quite a phallic symbol as well. There's always something very kind of phallic about the tower. But this is definitely sexual energy. This queen and this king here, very sexual energy. but something happened that turned that energy into something that wasn't working for them. Maybe somebody wanted something deeper, on a deeper level. Maybe they felt, Aries, that relationship was just literally built on this attraction and nothing else. Even though I'm going to say, I am going to say that is not true. And you'll see why as I carry on. But this is a definite attraction. I mean, he can't keep his eyes, that way round. Yeah, he can't keep his eyes off of her. He's looking straight at her, and this is how it came out. These two cards. Again, the masculine and the feminine energy doesn't have to be the masculine and the feminine energy. The masculine can be the female and vice versa. But there is this very, very strong energy between this couple. And I feel even the Tower moment, whatever happened here, even this hasn't been enough to keep them or stop them from wanting to be together. So the energy below, underneath, is the Eight of Pentacles. And the card that came out over the top of that is the Four of Cups. Again, this time it's reversed. So I feel as though this person, or maybe both, but I feel possibly the man, the masculine energy here, or the one in same gender relationships, who has more of a masculine energy about them, who has more of a masculine drive about them, shall we say, threw himself into this situation, threw himself into his work, tried to forget this had happened, didn't want to recognise it, didn't want to look at it, just wanted to, and literally here, if you see in this Four of Cups here, he literally is, and it's upside down as well, but he literally is not taking any notice, if I turn this up the right way, not taking any notice of this cup here. His eyes are shut. He knows these cups are here, but he does not want to see that this cup is still there. Doesn't want to recognise that cup. So he throws himself into this. Because this is his world turned upside down. It's an ending for him. It's the end. It is all, yeah, I feel more for him than for her. Although for her, I think there's elements of that as well. But I think for him, it particularly has turned his world upside down. It could also be for her in that same sense. So I don't want to be biased here. This card also came out. There was 3 cards that came out together. The World, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Wands, which says to me that there has not been communication. The communication has been very stilted, very much kept to a kind of limited basis, not wanting to talk about things openly. This person really has had to kind of find some strength from within. A real strength. They've had to really go within to find their inner faith, their inner belief, their inner commitment to themselves, I would say. This person really does not understand what happened. And I think there's one person who kind of, because there's only one person falling out of this tower. And it is literally like that person has been ejected from the home, from the family. Just this sense that they've lost everything, that they have nothing, and they're just naked and falling. Just this sense of falling, and they don't know where they're landing and what's caused it. So these energies came out along with this energy, which is why I believe that this person has put all their faith in their work. They trusted in this. They trusted in what they know. It's what they know. It's what's given them the strength, if you like, to continue, to keep going. This here. And the energy that's moving away, that has been around for a while, is the King of Cups energy. And the King of Cups is very much about his emotions. It's very much about kind of sitting in his emotions. He's a very caring individual. He represents the water signs, Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. So you may have been involved in a relationship with a water sign, Aries, or it may just be an energy that has come into play. But this is moving away. This could also be somebody has been oversensitive about things. But he holds this cup in his hand here. This is what he's looking for. The King of Cups wants love. He wants a home. He wants to be... He wants to be secure. It's very much like the crab down here, which is why it kind of reminds me very much of the Cancer energy. This little crab down here has its home on its back, and it can just kind of withdraw as and when it does, and this king can do exactly the same thing. It can just withdraw its energy. But while this king has been kind of immersed in his emotions, he's also been manifesting. He's been bringing everything together to manifest something new, because he realizes that the old has died, if you like. Whatever that was, whatever that cycle was, that has come to an end. He now needs to bring something new into his life. He now needs to focus his attention, and he has been focusing his attention on what he needs. And the King of Cups is not very good at his own needs. It's another reason why the King of Cups kind of likes to be in a relationship, or this energy likes to be in a relationship, because it feels safer and securer with somebody than it does on their own. But once they've been hurt, because this is kind of the wounded healing energy as well, once they've been hurt, they will retreat. They will retreat into themselves, and it can be a long time, but this is what they have been doing during that long period of time before they come out into the world again, like this little crab down here. And they will act like almost like in a sideways. They're not very direct. They like to kind of swim round things and kind of suss things out before they really kind of make a move or a decision. They're not as direct as this energy here. This energy is much more kind of doing, active. This is much more kind of passive, kind of more feminine type of energy, whereas this is much more a masculine type of energy. It could be that this is kind of the two elements that are most in play at the moment, Aries. The fire, passion, driving creative energy, and the kind of emotional heart energy. So those energies all kind of came out together with the Magician. We've got the 8 of Pentacles here, of him manifesting. This is what he's kind of been manifesting. This King of Water has been manifesting his work. He's been really focusing on his work. And while he's been doing that, he's also, because these are the cards that came out along with the 4 of Cups here, which is what's in your head and what you're aware of, is this feeling of betrayal. We have all these cards here. These came out as well. So the first card here, the Hermit card, I feel is very much this King of Cups energy. Very much. Very similar. The need to kind of hide away. Even though this isn't reversed, this one is reversed. So this is saying that this is taking a long time for this person to find their answers. This has been deep, deep soul searching. Really deep soul searching. And although this is to do with a relationship, this reading, I feel it is also very much to do with the individuals themselves. Because I do think that they mirror each other. And there is another reason why I say that as well, because along with, and I'm going to get a little bit confused here because I've been given so many cards, so bear with me. But along with a Hermit and this energy of searching, looking for the answers within and trying to kind of come to some kind of resolution within himself, herself, we have the Sun card, which brings in some clarity into the darkness, because this has been quite a dark scenario. If you look at these cards, there's quite a lot of darkness involved here. Quite a lot of inner. The darkness to me always represents this kind of inner realm, this need to kind of go within. And that's really what the Hermit is saying in the 8 of Cups here as well. But in doing so, there has been some light brought into this situation. There has been some clarity suddenly shone upon this situation here. Almost like a light switch has suddenly been turned on after kind of stumbling around in the dark and suddenly realizing that there was a light switch in that room all the time. And those dark corners are kind of being cleared out now. And the other energy we have here is the 3 of Pentacles, which kind of goes along for me with this 8 of Pentacles that we have down here, because this is kind of starting out at the table again, sort of throwing yourself into something. But this is about working in collaboration with people. This is about working together. And I think this is kind of what this couple, and the reason I say that is because we also have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Hearts. So we have here the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So this is definitely, to me, a couple who not head so much, sorry, heart, their heart is very much connected. And their passions are very much connected. They are so alike in so many ways. There's this real kind of mirroring, just this mirroring of each other. I mean, it's just so, to get both in a reading, both your passion and your heart in a reading is incredibly powerful, Aries, incredibly powerful. So this is saying to me that this is about learning to work together as a couple. Learning to put this passion and this drive into something. Maybe a business. Maybe there'll be a business come out of this. Maybe it will just be a relationship that is very strong and goes on to actually become beneficial for other people in some way. But there is this element of working as a collaboration, as a team, and things kind of making sense where they didn't before. But in saying that, the energy that's moving in is the moon. So it's not just going to happen overnight. There is still some element of things not being revealed. There's still some element of feeling like you've not got all the pieces, like your jigsaw hasn't come together. So you're not seeing all of your puzzle that you've put together so far, that you've laid out, that you're trying to kind of make sense of, Aries. And if you look here as well, we've got the little crab down here again. And the crab always walks sideways. The crab, you never see a crab walk direct at anything. It just doesn't happen. Crabs always go sideways. So this is saying to me that there is still this kind of element of having to kind of test the waters. But things are, because the moon is also about cycles as well, it's kind of saying that everything has its right time. Everything has to go in cycles. The moon is reflective. If you see here as well, she's got like the triple head. She's the triple-headed goddess, the moon. These are the three aspects of the moon. The fourth, of course, being the new moon, which we've just had in Sagittarius. So this is her kind of looking backwards, forwards, and into the future. And trying to make sense of it, really. That's what the moon, especially when the moon's upside down, it's kind of saying that there just is this energy that doesn't seem to come clear at this time. Although I do think with the sun here coming out as well, that there will be some clarity on the situation. There will be clarity as to how each other are feeling, I think, more than anything else, because this is what the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups really want to know is, see, she is holding a cup there as well, and he's holding this cup here, and they're kind of holding their cups out to each other, and they both want to know, is this a heart level thing? Is this a heart level relationship? Is this a soul level? Is this deeper than just this? As good as this is, don't get me wrong, I mean, who doesn't like good sex? Who doesn't like an attractive partner who kind of can fulfill them sexually? Don't get me wrong. But this energy doesn't always last. And it doesn't last as you get older and you move further into a relationship. We all know that, you know, this is the kind of flame that fires things up initially, but it's not something that kind of will last forever. Although there may always be that attraction towards each other. I'm not saying that that's going to disappear, but this is really what you need in a relationship that's going to be long term. Is this beautiful, heartfelt, compassionate, understanding, nurturing, caring, loving energy for each other. And that is what is here in this reading, Aries. It is here. Even though the moon is clouding it at the moment and not making it so obvious, but the sun and the moon will bring in some clarity. Of course, when the sun is opposing the moon, you get the full moon, and when they're together, you get the new moon. So the sun and the moon again is kind of like the masculine and the feminine energies. But the cards that came out with the moon, just to make things even more complex, the Two of Pentacles upside down. So there is going to be a need here to kind of juggle things, find some balance within this as well, which could have a lot to do with this fire energy and this cup energy. A balance between these two energies is needed. Maybe this is kind of saying that, you know, unless this becomes balanced, this is just going to keep coming out of balance. There needs to be a balance here of that energy. And also we have the Page of Cups. So both of these energies are new energies. The Two of Pentacles is a new energy, building on something new, even though it's reversed. And this energy here, again, is reversed. But the Page of Cups is kind of saying to me that this is also about loving yourself first. Love yourself first, and then you can love another through that energy. But until this is revealed, shall we say, because again it come out with the moon, and the moon is all about kind of hidden things, secrets, things not even being communicated, quite possibly, because this couple may not even still be actually communicating that much at the moment with the Hermit and the Eight of Cups. But it is going to change. There is going to be a change here. And the moon is going to kind of reveal these things. The moon is going to show things that haven't been revealed for a long time for this couple. And it is kind of, to me, it's also saying that there is this need for them to love themselves, that this may be the missing kind of ingredient, shall we say, that they're trying to find love within each other before they've actually found it in themselves and actually nurtured and taken care of themselves and looked after themselves. That they have to kind of put themselves first before they can put each other. If that makes any sense, if you understand what I'm trying to say there. That they will just end up kind of getting drained somehow. And end up back in this situation here of dissatisfaction and not having all their needs met. But the reason they're not getting all their needs met is because they're trying to get all their needs met through each other rather than themselves. And there needs to be a balance here. There needs to be a balance, because this is out upside down as well. It could be that somebody put more into this relationship than the other person. Also, that this hasn't been balanced in the past. And this is something that needs to be worked on. Because it's Pentacles. It needs to be worked on. Balance. Juggling things. It could be that this person has also had such a busy life, or both of them have had such a busy life, that they haven't been able to meet each other's needs as well as their own. So that could also be another story. Or it all could be the same part of the bigger picture, which is the thing that the moon will, as it moves in, be revealing. And so the last card that came out with these cards is the Nine of Cups, which is usually a lovely card because it's about all our wishes being fulfilled. Reunion, happiness, joy, all those things that the Eight of Cups has gone searching, soul searching for. The Nine of Cups brings, but it's reversed. So to me it's saying that there's a worry here that these two, this couple, aren't going to be able to fulfill each other's dreams and desires and wishes, possibly because of what has happened in the past. And I don't think that what happened in the past had anything to do with anybody else. I think this is literally between these two. Between this couple. This situation that happened, that took place, was because of this unhappiness. And trying to find happiness. Maybe trying to find happiness elsewhere, but it didn't happen. Because I don't think either of these couple have moved on. And so I asked for more clarification on this, because I didn't want to end on the moon and all this kind of weird Nine of Cups energy of wishes not being fulfilled. So I decided I would ask the good tarot deck for some clarity. And I got the Four, the Emperor, which to me talks about courage, finding the courage to make this happen, finding the courage of your convictions, standing in your power, knowing who you are, recognizing your strengths, and moving forward with them. Because the Emperor is very much a kind of dynamic energy. To me, it kind of represents, I see it as a Leo. I suppose it can be also Mars energy. But also I see it quite like the Sun energy as well. Leo, the lion. I see it as a lion energy. The Emperor has to be strong. A lion heart. He has to have courage. When everybody else around him may be falling apart on the battlefield being representing life, shall we say. When everybody else is falling apart, the Emperor has to kind of rally the troops and stay strong and courageous, and kind of give others his power as well in some way. That's what a good Emperor does. And so the other card that came out with this, over the top of the Emperor, we have the Ten of Pentacles. And this really, to me, is the wish. This is the dream coming true. This is what they both want, but are possibly too scared even to talk about it with each other, or recognize it in each other, or even believe that it's a possibility that this could be fulfilled by each other. But the Ten of Pentacles is all about kind of the stability, the reaching that point of fulfillment, that point of because it's earth energy, it's very kind of grounded energy, it's kind of, you know, the family card, really. It's the family card. It's the card of it can also be the business card as well. It can also be to do with kind of success and achievement within that realm of the physical realm. But it can also, I feel like, when you build on something, this is the ultimate, this is the culmination point, this is the kind of point of saying, I've got what I want, I've got what I need, I don't need any more because I've got this. This is what I've been looking for. Okay, so Aries, I am going to leave your reading there. That is all your messages, and there was a lot of messages in that reading today, Aries. And like I say, there's going to be a link below for anybody who wants to have a look at their natal chart. Also a link for my email if anybody would like to have a personal private reading. This is just a general reading. If anybody feels that this resonates with them and they would like to find out more as well, then please contact me and I will get back to you via email. And also my PayPal link is on my channel now as well, so I think it's in the About section. So if anybody would like to give me a donation for this channel, that would be wonderful. And also it means that you can pay via PayPal for any readings that you may book in the future. Okay, with all of that being said, I'm going to wish you the best, Aries, and hope that this has been helpful. Please share it, and again, subscribe if you haven't liked this video. Before I forget, thumbs it up for me, share it with anybody who you think may also benefit from it, tap the bell so that you can receive future videos, and subscribe please. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.